event of the night, and it's a professional mixed martial arts match. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it is your first main event of the night. I said, are you ready?
Back onto more important matters. Our first main event of the night, professional mixed martial arts bout between Luke Neale
Give it up for Luke
versus Rob Bennett. Should be a good old scrap. Luke, a very, very competent fighter. Has previously fought in Ares promotion. You may have seen him on UFC Fight Pass. That's the level of fight we're talking about right now. Luke is a very, very competent fighter. Holds a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Does tend to more towards the striking, but if it ends up on the ground, it's very, very comfortable. Very, very very, very difficult fighter to submit, and excellent at securing submissions too. Yeah, a very strong southpaw fighter. Heavy, heavy hands. We've seen him on Fight for Charity before with a first round knockout. He'll obviously be looking to implement that. He's against a tough opponent in Rob Bennett. For the likes of Ash Williams, an accomplished, very highly accomplished grappler, taking a win against Ash Williams in mixed martial arts. So Luke will be looking to beat that caliber of opponent. Rob Bennett versus Luke Neale, professional mixed martial arts, up next. You heard that right, folks. Professional MMA.
His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Give it up for Rob Bennett.
Bad boy walkout tune. Luke Neale versus Rob Bennett, professional mixed martial arts. Interesting to see Luke Neale in the UFC gloves. Maybe he's, trying to talk, speak that into fruition and get a UFC contract. He's fought on the likes of Ares, a feeder promotion to the UFC. He'll be looking to get back onto that fight card and maybe, fight his way into that sort of position against a very tough and upcoming fighter in Rob Bennett as well. Yeah, Luke fought in Ares earlier on this year. Unfortunately suffered a loss, but he will be back. He's a very, very competent fighter, and there's rumours that he's a couple of wins away from appearing on Ares again. So tonight could be the springboard that jumps him back onto Fight Pass. So there's a lot to fight for tonight. Completely agree. A lot hanging on this professional mixed martial arts bout. As you can see, smaller gloves, no shin pads, elbows allowed. So much more, likening to a fight where there's more likely damage that's going to occur. Much more likely damage will occur. Any strike that lands, the fighters will feel it, and grappling exchange is more intense with the elbows as well. And you can't just chop kicks in as freely as you can with the shin pads on. You can't land kick shin to shin easily. It's not, it's what you'd expect from a pro fight. You don't get the same safety precautions that you get from your white collar bouts or even in your amateur bouts. Every strike that is thrown counts. Mixed martial arts bout, professional mixed martial arts bout underway. Both fighters adopting the long stance have ended up in a fairly open, fairly standard open stance matchup. Luke looking to pressure his opponent towards the cage wall, throwing in a flurry of strikes to the body, pins opponents against the cage. Now, we've previously seen Luke at Fight for Charity work for takedowns along the cage. He's not bringing his hands down to go for a takedown right now. Instead, looking to hold the pin, hold the weight, and he may look to bring his opponent's weight more to a position where he can easily secure the takedown. We're back in a striking exchange. Luke just misses with a high kick there, and then piles forward, throwing more heavy shots. We're in the clinch up against the cage here. Rob looking to reverse Luke, but Luke very strong in these grappling exchanges. And that's one thing about Luke. He's a very, very strong competitor. I've grappled with him, and I'm about 15 kilos heavier than him, and you feel it in his strength. And he's very clearly in his game plan tonight to pursue grappling. At range here. Lovely head kick attempt there from Luke. The guard was there for Rob Williams. He's guarded it. Nice little shot there from Rob. Luke clearly with the head kick as a game plan, but he gets caught with a nice right hand there. Throws the low kick. Luke adopting a higher stance with his feet, closer together than his opponent. That does facilitate more fluid kicks, but it does leave him more open to takedowns. Be interesting to see if his opponent can pursue that. Yeah, his opponent high guard. Gives him the ability to block a lot of shots, but in these small gloves, all it takes is a slight angle change to get through and a connect to really cause damage. Luke with hands low, looking to pressure forward, but obviously got to be careful of counters there. And you've seen that with Luke's kicks in the past. He's throwing the head kicks, but there's only so much blocking you can do with a small MMA glove. You know, you can get the hand up, but it's not the same as a Muay Thai glove. Your hand's in the way, but you're still getting a kick landed to your head. You know, it's not the same. You can't be comfortable. You'll see a much more movement-heavy style of defense than blocking. Luke leading with the left hand there. It'd be nice to see him set up his left hand with some shots from his right hand. He landed a beautiful knee there in the clinch that seemed to land on the chin of Rob Williams. Reverses, pressures forward. Rob Williams falls down. Luke rushing forward to capitalise. Yeah, Luke was looking to strike on the break earlier, and he's been able to do it successfully this time. Looking to pressure his opponent towards cage wall. Drops down for the takedown. Looking to connect his hands behind his opponent's hips and secure a double leg. He's hooked the single. Even if Luke isn't able to secure the takedown immediately, I can assure you it is not good for your energy levels having somebody as strong as Luke weighing on you in a fight. Luke pressuring forward again. Once again getting Rob Bennett up against the cage. Maybe we're looking to separating throw shots. He's reversed onto the cage. Rob shoots for the double. Switches to the single. Will he be able to finish it? Gets the takedown. Rob Bennett on top. Yeah, it's good takedown there by Rob. He's done an excellent job keeping it and securing the position to stop Luke from hopping up again. He's in his combat base now. It's a good platform for looking to strike. Landed a short, sharp elbow across Luke's face. And this is clearly a position that he's been aiming for and feels comfortable in. Luke adopting a sort of half guard, aiming to come up to a dogfight position. And he's back up on his feet and striking immediately. Great work there by Luke. Bit of a burst of energy. Hopefully that doesn't pay dividends later on down the line. But good work by Luke to get back up onto his feet and not sustain a lot of damage on the ground. He's very comfortable up on the feet. He's landed some good strikes here. You look starting to notice some reddening on the forehead of his opponent as well. Beautiful body shots there from Luke as well. He's got to be careful with this low guard that he doesn't get countered. His head movement's been on point so far. Hasn't been caught with any clean shots to the head. In this clinch, he's weighing heavy. The knee is there for Luke Neale to throw against Rob Bennett. We've seen it from fighters in a lot of different sports, just weighing down on your opponent. It's very Tyson Fury-esque. Stay heavy on the head of your opponent, tie them out. It's not punching, but it's an attritive technique. Later on, as the fight progresses in a longer one like this, compared to our earlier bouts, it will pay dividends. It is. If you are less tired than your opponent, you can't underestimate how much of an advantage that is. A fantastic knee there by Luke that he got by securing some great frames on the head of his opponent. Beautiful knees, gets the back of Rob Bennett. Takes him down, looking to throw shots, maybe get the hooks in here. Short time left. Strong first round for Luke Neale here. Very, very strong first round for Luke, and a very strong finish to the first round. I'm sure he would have loved to have
secured that advantageous position earlier on, but an opening round that he can take a lot of confidence from.
Looking forward into this fight, Jack, what are you expecting to see from both combatants? We saw Luke with a strong opening round, but he did have his hands on his knees after that round. He, put a lot of energy into that round. Do you think he'll be looking to scale it back and be more methodical, or go for the finish and try and capitalise on a very strong first round?
I think although Luke had a very beneficial grappling exchange, so did Rob. Rob was able to maintain top position for some time in that round and land some pretty nasty elbows. So I think if you're Luke, maybe aim to keep it standing. He's been very comfortable there. He's been very effective there. And although the threat of the takedown is good to open up strikes, it doesn't necessarily have to pursue it.
Yeah, nice counter fighting here from Luke. Landed some nice boxing combinations. Nice shift there. Rob's wearing some damage on his face, but he's not deterred at all.
James Whiston in Luke's corner, encouraging him to push the pace, which I think is a great thing to do so early on. And again, Luke aiming to keep Rob pinned against the cage wall here, stay heavy on him, tire him out, and maybe even secure the takedown as well. Rob looking to escape there. Good work. If Rob needs to into strike on the break from the clinch, you can catch people sleeping there. Very similar to what you've seen Leon Edwards do in the past.
Luke throwing some strong kicks. Naked kicks, though. Wants to be careful not to, show them too heavily. The clinch is very strong for Luke, though. Clinching and kneeing seems like a very good option for him.
You can really hear in the advice from his corner there, as soon as he gets into that snap down position, he's going for the knee. And you can see the strength. You can tell that as soon as he's there, Rob is really struggling to posture back up, and that is tiring to have a guy as strong as Luke weighing on your head. Like, it really does take it out of you.
And Rob adopting his low stance there. His head is down. It is open for knees if Luke can find the angle for them. But he gets reversed onto the cage. Needs to get his back off of the cage in Luke Neale, but Rob looking to pressure forward and get that takedown that he found in the first.
Yeah, Luke's got one arm isolated here in a lot of these clinches. Oh, and a really nice left hook on the break as well. That's absolutely fantastic. And he's looking to advance back in straight away. Good work by Luke to not allow his opponent any rest, and he secures that takedown to Rob. Rob looking to come up, but Luke does a good job keeping his head stiff arm towards the ground. Grabs a single of his own and reverses it. Fantastic work by Luke there to maintain that dominant position. He's keeping him against the cage. He's pounding him out. Great finish for Luke. Great work by Luke there.
Luke Neale gets the ground and pound finish in the second round of this professional mixed martial arts bout, and the crowd go wild. He's worked so hard for this. You can see the emotion pour out of him. Rob Bennett disappointed with that there. He seems like he could have maybe given more. The corner not happy, but ultimately our referee has seen enough, and it's a second round TKO for Luke Neale.
Fantastic work by Luke there to flow through to that position and utilise the opportunity to strike when it arose. Brilliant work by Luke there. Showcased a very strong understanding of both the grappling and striking aspects of the fight. Excellent performance. He should be very proud of himself. Did not sustain much damage and was very, very comfortable on the feet. Excellent performance there by Luke. A Fight for Charity alum and fantastic fighter to boot.
Yeah, with that victory there, Luke Neale certainly hoping to get his career back on track. He lost to Aries, an extremely coveted mixed martial arts organisation in Europe, a feeder to the UFC. As I mentioned before, he's wearing those UFC gloves. He wants to get there. Will this fight be enough to get him in the talking point, at least, of getting back into those kind of promotions, Jack?
I think it's a great starting off point. From his performance tonight, he showcased his grappling chops, which may have been a weakness in the past. In his Aries fight, he was out-grappled. But I think this is a great showcase by him to show where he's been working.
Fighters! And let's hear it for your winner by a second round TKO, fighting out of the red corner,
Your winner, Neale, second round TKO, got the takedown, got the ground and pound. The referee had seen enough, didn't see Rob responding as well as he'd like him to. He'd seen enough, called the fight. Neale, your winner in his professional mixed martial arts bout.
It was good work by the referee to show a little bit more lenience with the strikes than you might see in the white collar or amateur bouts. He gave Luke's opponent the opportunity to work, but Luke was doing a good job holding the position and securing some excellent strikes in the process. Fantastic performance by Luke. Somebody should be very, very proud of. Lots to be proud of going forwards as well. And hopefully a great stepping stone for him to get back into Aries again.
Completely agree, Jack. Great to see a very strong performance from Luke, bouncing back after that loss that he, wanted to get back so badly, and well on his way now to more important fights in the future.
Gentlemen, just a request from the training room, if they haven't already, could Max Cole and Owen Muirhead please report to the changing rooms, please? Thank you.